The Greek historian of the 1st century before the Common Era, Diodorus, mentions a temple in the Hejaz honoured by the peoples of Arabia. And the 2nd century AD Alexandrian geographer Ptolemy mentions the Arabian towns of Yathribah and Mekoraba. Sound familiar? We thus know that Mecca and Yathrib, and most likely the Kaaba, existed long before Islam. Moreover, the Jewish historian Josephus, who died in the 1st century AD, tells us that it had long been held that the Arabs were the descendants of Abraham through Ishmael. Non-Muslim sources certainly leave no doubt that a prophetic figure named Muhammad existed, and they provide an unsurprising description of what he meant to his followers. An anti-Jewish Christian text written in 634, just 2 years after Muhammad's death, notes how the armies of an Arabian prophet had conquered Palestine. Writing in the year 687, the Mesopotamian Christian monk John of Fanak wrote that the Muslims considered Muhammad to be their guide and instructor, who taught the Arabs to worship the one God in accordance with ancient law. He remarks how strictly they kept to the tradition of Muhammad. Another mid-8th century Syriac Christian writer tells us that Muhammad went on caravan journeys to Syria as a youth. An anonymous chronicle written in the mid-700s in the Zukin monastery in northern Mesopotamia calls Muhammad the first king of Arabs, who considered him a prophet because he turned them from polytheism to worship of the one God. Muhammad gave them laws and they called him the messenger of God. End quote. So clearly there is an abundance of very early reliable evidence from non-Muslim sources and Muslim sources. The Quran itself names Muhammad. The Quran is now securely dated in the form even that we have it today, back to even the lifetime of the Prophet or very shortly after his death, according to the majority view of Western scholars and obviously Muslim scholars too. So if you were to come across any YouTube videos or any other missionary propaganda casting doubt on Muhammad's existence, I do recommend you get a good, reliable, scholarly analysis of the facts from a world-class academic publisher to get the reliable, factual information and not rely on missionary propaganda. Till next time.